In July 2012, Ethiopia imposed a ban on its female citizens from applying for domestic jobs in the United Arab Emirates. It cited employer abuse, recruitment agencies abuse, and human trafficking as reasons for the suspension. The ban came after an Ethiopian worker sustained burns to more than 80% of her body in a kitchen gas explosion at her employer's house in Dubai. An estimated 100,000 Ethiopians work and live in the United Arab Emirates. Reports say 5 to 10 citizen Ethiopian workers file complaints for being abused, unpaid salaries, and physical abuse. Many victims are shy to talk about their painful experiences, but Meron Abate, who was recently returned home after 4 years of domestic work in Dubai, is not. She tells her story through poems with hopes to save her fellow Ethiopian women from passing through what she did.
Before we left Ethiopia, they told us they would pay us like $300 per month. But when we got there, they did not respect this.
Meron says that many Ethiopians she worked with in the United Arab Emirates complained of being beaten and insulted by their masters in the Arab countries of Persian Gulf region. When asked if she would go back to work as a domestic worker, her answer was short and clear.
Never.
It is the experience of women like Meron and rising number of complaints that has prompted the Ethiopian government to engage in serious talks with the United Arab Emirates on improving labor relations.
It will be actually kind of a thorough mechanism whereby the laborers who will go to any country, any Gulf state, should go there legally, and that their safety has to be protected, and the contractual obligations should be fulfilled on both sides. And it's actually to create immunity from the human traffickers that are rampant.
Although it is not yet public, it is reported that the new labor agreements with the United Arab Emirates is to include a minimum wage and insurance guarantee for all Ethiopian migrant workers. International migration experts say that the best way for countries like Ethiopia to avoid their nationals being mistreated in other countries is by providing them with the kind of lifestyle they seek abroad, a condition whose implementation may not be as easy as suggesting it. Coletta Njoy for Press TV in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.